Throughout history, we have been taught to see certain biblical figures as absolute villains, embodiments of wickedness whose actions sealed their fate as cautionary tales. Yet when we examine these characters through historical, cultural, and theological lenses, a more complex portrait emerges. Were these individuals truly evil incarnate, or have centuries of interpretation simplified their narratives beyond recognition? Consider Judas Iscariot, forever branded as the ultimate betrayer. Traditional theology condemns him for delivering Jesus to the authorities for 30 pieces of silver. However, some scholars suggest Judas may have believed he was forcing Jesus to reveal his divine power and establish an earthly kingdom. His subsequent suicide demonstrates profound remorse, raising questions about whether he truly understood the consequences of his actions. Was Judas a calculated villain, or a misguided disciple whose expectations of the Messiah led to catastrophic misunderstanding? Pontius Pilate presents another fascinating case. While history remembers him as the Roman prefect who condemned Jesus to crucifixion, the Gospels portray a man deeply conflicted about this decision. He repeatedly sought to release Jesus, eventually washing his hands to symbolically absolve himself of responsibility. Political pressure from both Jewish authorities and Roman superiors placed Pilate in an impossible position. Was he genuinely evil, or merely a political pragmatist caught between competing interests? Even Cain, history's first murderer, deserves reconsideration. His offering was rejected while his brother Abel's was accepted, creating feelings of inadequacy and resentment. Though his response was inexcusable, it reflects profoundly human emotions of jealousy and perceived injustice. The lesson here transcends simple condemnation. These biblical villains remind us that human nature exists in shades of gray rather than absolute black and white. Understanding their motivations does not excuse their actions, but it does illuminate the complex interplay between circumstance, choice, and consequence that defines the human experience.